62. And paragraph 17 of the judicature bail guidelines for courts of judicature. Paragraph what? Paragraph 17. Brackets, bail guidelines for courts of judicature, bracket, close brackets, then bracket practice, bracket directions for 2022. You know these provisions mandate this honorable court, for which Linda Wilson has appeared. Uphold, it enjoins this court to uphold his right of applying for bail and being admitted to bail. On our understanding of this law, any court includes the magistrate's court, though a capital offense, it can hear and determine the bail application for this child. Brevity guidance. Section 135 states that where a child appears before the court charged with an offense, the magistrate or person presiding over the court shall inquire into the case, and unless there is a serious danger to the child, release the child from bail, on court bond, or the child's own recognizance, B, with sureties, preferably the parent or guardian of the child, who shall be bound with a non-cash court bond. Your Honor, before you, we have the mother of Linda Wilson. Nanteza Salima, and his paternal auntie, Nassaz Rebecca. The mother, Nanteza Salima, is 38 years old. The mother to the 17-year-old is 38 years old. A resident of Wamala, Nansana. She operates a salon at the home premises. There's national identification card. All these details.
ID card is number 1.
ID is number. Your Honor, it is number CF 87026107 U2 QH. I have an original copy. Report. It clearly states the residence. We submit that she qualifies under 135B. The second parent, that says Rebecca. She's 43 years old. This one has a copy of her ID. F 830 801 801 00 LYWA. She has a copy of the same. Now this one lost the original, that is a copy. She has letters. Yes, and actually voters identification slip. She submitted all this. Now we pray that you find that is qualified under paragraph B. Seeking your compassion, the child, put him in the right place. Not police detention where he is. Secondly, I wish to note, Your Honor, that quote and note that he is a student in St. Mark's College, Magoma, the school going child, S4. We have just completed S4. The results of public record are that he is qualified to get 18 to join HSC. Don't know how this should inform the judicious discretion. That meeting, you and I, they in the hands of his parents. So I've explained to them what this means, both parents. That they should ensure that whenever it is required, he attends this court. Same to understand the same, and your inquiry as the law guides your honor. It's within your family. We submit that the child cannot be any secure in any hands but those of parents. The issue of security, we submit that there will be secure hands within their parents' hands at Wamala in Nasta. Any other issues has to be guided by this member court. It is so. This is demonstrative. If the respect of Wilson, and since they are here, this court is probably quite obliged. Your Honor, in respect to Mawanda Paul, first, let's be on record. Mawanda Paul has complained about the feeding in Nakuru Remand. For him, it's Yeah. Actually, in his own words, it is even worse than the prison where he came from. He has complained about conditions in Kabul, one home. He has added more further information to this honorable court for purposes of reapplication for bail. The grounds, the reasons for denial were that the situation is still volatile in this locality. Your Honor, actually, did not have the information at the time. We submit that we're under court. He actually is a resident of Malere Bomba. Bomba is outside this constituency. It's outside this district. That's the problem we have with the age was wrong, as I'll submit. He still lives with his parents, and actually his mother, Nampija Susan. Nampija Susan's national ID, the record is very clear that she is from Gomba. The record will be very clear still that this juvenile was arrested even before the election. If it's about the election date, he was arrested on the 14th date of January while in town. What in Bulo? Not at the explosive scene of the 15th or 16th. As I said, the national ID is very clear that the mother with whom he stays is from Gomba. The mother's produced her national ID. By NINCF 8709 110 39 V1C. She is before this court. She's 39 years old. She operates a restaurant. told me where he occasionally. Huh? In Malele, Gomba. To assure you, to convince you, if admitted, that will wish away the constitutional protection of a child. Admitting him today, we are most obliged.
No, that is the one. The proceedings to come with the LC member.
You wanna
Vote for their character.
with the child, someone just prefers to be a mother. That's what I'm saying there. The issue is about mother. If someone qualifies to be a parent, someone has to be placed in hands of the parent. That is the qualification that I've seen. So I'm not confident. The parent, that is what they will be like. And that is why the court is enjoined to inquire. It's about safety. The hands where the nation is being. It's not ours over the dad. If you looked at these provisions and the provisions of bail, you will find that they differ.
Now, how would we know that she's the mother of this boy?
Yes, that is the inquiry. It's called. I cannot submit from the board.
The one that LC later will do that today.
That's why court sets conditions. We don't oblige to the condition upon the investigation of what is required. We don't oblige the condition of grant in whatever we can produce.
Actually, it's true under section 155 of the Children's Act, they have a right to apply for bail. However, Your Worship, I do object to the application. Your Worship, in respect of F1, that is people that is Moyinda Wilson. Your Worship, he said he's still in contention, Your Worship. Your Worship, I still contend that a birth notification record is not a birth certificate. And it cannot be solely relied on to prove his age, Your Worship. Your Worship, secondly, they are saying that Moyinda Wilson is a student who finished his senior year. I don't dispute that. However, being the fact that we sat for senior, so I think a pass-slip would be more relevant because it usually indicates the age of the what? Of the person sitting exams, Your Worship. I'm not sure whether they are out now, but it would serve more purpose, Your Worship, because it usually indicates the age of the candidate, which, however, it hasn't been provided. Your Worship, in respect of the sureties presented, they are all residents outside the jurisdiction of this honorable court. Your Worship, they haven't provided LC letters which would guide court to establish whether they are actually the biological parents of these accused persons. Your Worship, in case these accused persons are released and they don't appear in court, it will be very hard for us to trace for them, since we don't know the LCs where they reside, Your Worship, and since we haven't known whether they are actually the biological parents of the accused persons. The thing says, Your Worship, I pray that the law be denied and matter be mentioned. It is okay.
Your Honor, briefly, she said she's a mother. Yes, that is very key in this. We are producing parents, and she's on record having stated so. And she's serving the public. The ratio here, we don't think anyone should give a child. I don't believe anyone would prefer to keep a child in custody, save for serious grounds. The requirement of the law is she has to prove that there is serious danger, because hers is not just to convict a child. It includes protection of the right as the state of the child. She represents the state, which has a cardinal duty. And I don't believe those are high instructions from the state. They are her personal submissions, because the state is enjoined to protect the child. She's being unkind. Your Honor, as to proof of birth, this court has already made its finding, but I'll add, proof of birth is either by birth certificate, baptism card, immunization card, national ID, or passport. But the best evidence, official record, is the birth certificate. But I will rest that case. I will not reopen. You are guided by the Honorable Court. Because even a statutory declaration That's why she's here before you. Her declaration to the public and to you, a statutory declaration in the investigation inquiry before you would suffice. Unless rebutted. She has not submitted on that there is fear or danger to the child. And that's the requirement. Your Honor, as to parentage, an LC letter is not proof of birth. It does not fit. It is a hangover of the bail application for the adults, which is ordinarily objected to. This is mainly a preserve of the court to save the rights of a child. Unless she wants this court to order a DNA test, which would be out of, it would be high-handed. Your Honor, once this honorable court is satisfied in the circumstances of the case, the child may be safe in the hands of the person presented as parent, may admit the person with without an LC letter. It goes without saying, being a child, she has no national ID. He has no national ID. Neither does he have a passport. We will reiterate our prayers, seeking the benevolence of this honorable court to the child. Admit them, both Africans and they are most of them.
For the matter raised by Mr. Kwame, let me take time to consider pronounce myself on the 28th. As for the bail application, let me come back.
Alright, wetembera cyane. Yatuzania. Right, wetembera weri wano kokoti mulungi aturaba ku JP Muwonge, mulungi aturaba ku Uganda Media One, mbeera bwete weri wano kokoti ebatambala akaseera kano gwe mulungi aturaba era obwedde atugoberera. Omusango guno gukyagenda mu maaso byonna nga bwe mubiwulidde ate tumuvaako tugenda kuba nga tubawa so babe nga ate babanyonnyola biki ate bagenda kubanga bazaako ki mu guno omusango. Mbeera bwetyo bweri gwe mulungi aturaba wano ku Uganda Media One, naawe aturaba ku JP Muwonge, naawe aturaba ku Lukirio TV. Bwetyo embeera bwekyali okulaba nga tubaweereza buli kimu. Tuli wano ku kkooti e Butambala, omulungi aturaba akaseera kano gwe ali ku JP Muwonge tukwebaza bwebaza, naawe ali ku Uganda Media One, naawe ali ku Lukirio TV. Bwetyo embeera bwekyali okulaba nga buli kimu tukibaweereza wano mu kkooti e Butambala. tukyali ku kooti omulungi atulaba akaseera kano okuba nga ate buli kimu kikyatambula omulungi atulaba akaseera kano. Shafiq. Alright, omulungi atulaba akaseera kano bitembeera bukyali kooti eyimiriddemu obuyimirizi katono nnyo era tugenda kubanga buli kimu tukibawa. Omulungi atulaba kooti eyimiriddemu ate tugenda kubanga era tubaweereza buli kimu ekifaanano. Kooti eyimiriddemu okwo era tugenda kuba nga tubawa mugendereko mugoberere mugenda kuba mufuna final result. Alright, omulungi ndaba kamunzikirize nsooke nveeko okwo katono nnyo. Ngenda kukomawo okwo nga kooti ezzeemu. Ngenda kukomawo nga kooti ezzeemu.